Martin Hemingway of the Green Party, thank you very much for talking to me.
Pleasure.
Now, it seems a lot of young adults are very disillusioned with the political system and party politics at the minute. Why do you think, what is it about the Green Party that you hope will draw people in and get them to vote Green in the election?
I think probably because we sound very different from the existing parties. We've got a set of policies that is clear, and we concentrate on talking about the policies. We're not interested in the minor details of who's bullying who and where people's... Yes, they're important details, but they're not what the election should be about.
When you say you've got a lot of clear policies, now I think the main criticism I would have of the Green Party is that people don't understand what these policies are, so would you be able to identify some of them for us, please?
It's one of the problems we've got is that people think of us as a single issue party, a party concerned with environmental issues. But of course we've got a lot of elected councillors, we've got MEPs, we have to deal with the full range of issues that affect people. And we do deal with those issues, but we approach them from what we regard as a green perspective, one that regards the environment as important, but also those things such as community that are part of society. So we have a clear set of economic policies as we go into this election. We've got a fully costed budget with the tax adjustments we'd need to make included in it, the savings that there would be on such things as getting rid of Trident to justify that. And it's a very clearly Keynesian economic policy that sees maintenance and protection of the public service and public sector jobs as significant to our economic recovery.
Do you think though a Keynesian economic policy is suitable in modern times? It seems that we're going, beyond that. It's everything's so corporatist now. Everything's so private. Is there a way to go back a step, as it were? Do you think?
I think in the context of the current recession and the current difficulties we've got, there is probably no other approach that's acceptable. Any return to the simple-minded monetarist policies that both Conservatives and Labour have pursued isn't going to help an economic recovery in this country.
Okay, so what's more important to the Green Party at the minute? Is it an economic recovery, or is it solving the environmental crisis that we have?
Well, we'd see the two as probably going together and solvable together. Obviously, as a political party, we'd be seeking to represent the people in this country, and that's obviously economic well-being is an important part of that. But also, and this is part of the forward-thinking appeal of the party, is to do with the environmental policies. In September 2 years ago, we introduced the Green New Deal for Jobs with the New Economic Foundation.
Okay. Well, what exactly is this Green New Deal?
Well, as it was introduced then, it was the recognition that there were many tens of thousands of jobs that could be created while at the same time doing environmental good. So those,
that's like putting resources into building wind farms?
No, not... Well, yes, those as well, but things that would have more immediate benefits, so effective insulation of homes and energy efficiency in homes, where there's a lot of jobs being created, where the reduction in bills immediately benefits those on lower incomes.
Okay. But, for example, if to do that, where would the money come from? Where would the government funds come from to start these initiatives?
Well, we're talking about, in terms of government funding, not very large sums of money, 2-3 billion, which isn't, in terms of the context of whatever government spending is, just over 700 billion, a large proportion of that. But also because in terms of the money that would then flow back into those communities because of lower energy bills, it would be to some extent self-financing. You also have to put it in the context of the proposed feed-in tariff for solar panels, which will only benefit those people who can afford to put the solar panels on their roof, and which will be funded through electricity bills. So the less well-off will actually pay for that money going back to essentially richer people who can afford the solar panels.
Okay.